Brenner Mills, Minnesota Vikings. Just want to win one before I die.
Lane Cooner, the conductor of the Baker train.
You heard it here, folks. He is the conductor of the Baker train. We love having you on, Spoon. How you feeling? How you doing?
Good.
You ready to break down some Super Bowl contenders? You ready to talk about some Super Bowl level contention right now?
Let's do it.
All right, so if you clicked on the video, you know what you're getting yourself into. We're going to take a look at Kansas City's pass rush and what Saquon Barkley can do when he steps foot on the football field. We're going to take a look at, 6 to 8 plays for each. Not going to take a ton of time here. We're going to breeze right through it. We're going to tell you what we see, what we like, what we don't like, all that good stuff. But before we do, we need you to take one moment and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the noti bell. That's what we need from you. We really appreciate it. I'm going to give you a second. 3, 2, 1. That was 3 seconds, one for each. Hopefully you did it by now. Let's get into this. I'm going to pull it up on the screen here. Make us tiny, make it big. Oh, it's kind of blurry there. Let me get my pen tool out. Epic Pen. Get it down here. There it is. Bada bing. Is it going to show up? It will. Let's go. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does. Don't really know why. All right. Let's see if this gets any less blurry here. There we go. All right. So first thing we're looking at here is we're going to look at Kansas City against Buffalo and how they get pressure. So what we're not really looking at anything but the pressure that they create and the havoc they create, because I feel like that's one of the, other than stopping Saquon Barkley, the other thing they need to do is they need to get pressure on Jalen Hurts, because Jalen Hurts is good enough. If you just give him time and let A.J. Brown go get open, they're going to complete 80% of the time. Like it's not that difficult. So you got to get pressure too. You got to stop the run and you got to pressure Jalen Hurts. So Steve Spagnuolo loves to blitz, and he is really good at it.
He's really good at it.
You saw it against Josh Allen. He literally made the guy whose nickname is Superman freak out in the biggest moment of a game and scramble the wrong way and then throw up a prayer to a tight end when his designed read was wide open on the play to his left. So Steve Spagnuolo knows what he's doing and how to create pressure and how to get home. So let's take a look here. So first play, you're going to see 4 down linemen. So they're in a 4-3. That means 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, or a nickel, whatever you want. Some teams do it differently, dime packages, all sorts of stuff. We're not going to get too technical in that aspect. We're really just looking at how the Chiefs get pressure. Okay, so we're going to watch this play. So you see Nick Bolton coming up here, cornerback lurking. So now, in Josh Allen's mind, he doesn't really truly know who's coming and who's not. He knows these 4 are coming, but now Nick Bolton could be coming. Now the corner could be coming. This could be, a cover 3. It could be a number of things, right? It could be man. It could be man coverage like that. It could be a cover 2 still. Everybody could drop. And then
what play of the game is this? Like, when is this?
This is... Sorry, I got to get...
Oh, you're good.
This is right at the beginning, 3rd and 6, with 14 minutes into the first quarter. This is very early on in the game. Here, I'll just leave it like this so you guys can see that at home. So it could be a number of different things. And Josh Allen would know better based off tape. He watched film all week for this, So he's got a better idea. So let's see what they do here. So he walks up, and now you have a pretty standard man cover 2 blitz look, right? You have potentially there, and then cover 2 or cover 1 robber. We'll see. Safety's making a call, trying to get things right. And then they bring 1, 2, 3, 4. They just bring 4. But you see the DN drops out.
Yep.
The DN drops, right? So instead of your linebacker, so how that messes with a defense is very, very special, because right now, the center, right, when they come up like this, he's yelling, he's communicating, they're blocking all 4 of these guys, right? Now they have a protection to block these 4. So that he comes across, And Josh is trying to see, is it man coverage? Is it man? No, okay, it's not man coverage. So he comes across, and he's saying, watch him. He could be a potential blitzer, but he also has to watch here. So now you have a potential where in real time, this guy has to discern, am I blocking him? Am I blocking him? Is he then looping around? Who is he looping around and he's cutting underneath? There's like 4 or 5 different things that these two have to be worried of, that these two also have to be worried of, because he could just come this way. So you have to be worried about all this in real time. And now you have 3, 2, 1, 0. And you have to know. You have to know exactly what's going on, or you're going to get beat. You're just going to get beat. And the DN comes and then backs off, gets hands on, messes up the timing of the route underneath, right? So that Josh has to hold the ball a little longer so that these guys have an extra half second to get home. Otherwise, because if they didn't, look who's wide open. But that extra split second of timing forced by the D end of all people, not the middle linebacker Nick Bolton who rushed, but the D end caused that extra split second, which allowed somebody to get home. So now Josh Allen's all out of whack, right? Now he's like, oh God, where do I go? Okay, try to find somebody. Oh, I see somebody wide open, right? Like, this is about as wide open in the NFL as you can get. Like, there's not much more wide open you can get, but you also have a zone right here, zone corner who's sitting here, and a zone safety over the top who can both break on this play because they're watching Josh Allen with their eyes. They're looking back this way, so they're preparing. Oh, he's coming towards us? Okay, where is he throwing it? And what does he do? He throws it over there, makes a short throw because he's kind of having to get away from 1, 2, 3 Kansas City defenders. Throws it short. Should have been picked once. Should have been picked twice. And probably should have been picked a third time. So that was all based, that was all set up. All of that was set up by this right here. Right here, watch this. All of that's set up because 56, I believe it's Karlaftis, right? Yeah, George Karlaftis gets that little touch on the defender, which holds Allen a second longer. Because otherwise, I mean, they're trying to hit here. They're just trying to hit this underneath route. I promise. They're just trying to get right here. But because of that little bit of extra time, now Allen has pressure. Now Allen's got to get away. Doing his Superman thing. This is what he does. Okay, I'm Superman. Now you have Nick Bolton, who is basically playing QB spy up here in case Allen went one way or the other, now able to attack. Boom. And then underthrown because he's having to throw to his right or to his left as he's running to his right. That's a hard play. So just play one. That's how tough it can be and how like just the littlest detail can turn the whole play upside down. So here we go. We're 2nd and 10 with basically 4-minute drill at the end of the first half. 2nd and 10. Let's see what happens here. So now you're Josh Allen, right? You got one. Yeah, I'll use the pen. It's just better. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential blitzers, right? You know these guys aren't coming. They're going to play some kind of role in the backfield, probably a shell of some sort if it's a cover 2. But you have to have a protection plan for all of these guys coming. So you have 5 linemen, so there's 5 of the guys. So usually that means your running back now has to stay in to pass protect, or at least chip first and then release one way or the other, which just allows more time for the pass rush to get home. That's what this is designed to do. It's allowed to create more time for the confusion to allow pass rushers to get to the quarterback. So let's see what happens. So Josh Allen's making the call, right? Like, okay, we're blocking the 4 down linemen for sure. And then, you have him, yada, yada, yada. They're communicating. They're all getting it. He's pointing at Nick Bolton here or whoever this is. Hey, make sure if he comes in here, you have him there. And Cook knows. So Cook's going to step up. And then he sees nobody's coming, right? He's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 4-man rush. So he leaks out. And it looks like a triangle coverage type situation here. It's kind of a man zone double concept. That's weird. It's definitely a man concept because people don't have eyes back at the quarterback. So watch. Get another run here at it. So he has eyes back to the quarterback, but these guys are all looking at people. So this guy is pretty much the only one. It's cover one man pretty much. And this guy gets fooled. It's pretty much all that happens there. He gets fooled by his man. He passes him off to him, and then he's looking at him, and he goes, oh, crap. I thought he was going to break back up. Now he broke this way. And just a bad pass by Allen. Good, not really good coverage there. But let's watch what happens in the backfield here. They're just going to get right there. Just that little bit of extra pressure. And we'll watch it from the... Josh Allen does a good job of getting this ball off. I wish they had the behind the quarterback view. It's always better behind the quarterback. It's making the play. We're going to fast forward here a little bit. It's ready. And just Chris Jones getting up. He's like, okay, I got to get rid of the ball right now because Chris Jones is about to come free. Right? He knows right. As soon as he sees this, Chris Jones has it. Blocking Chris Jones one-on-one. You're dumb. You're dumb. Like, this is probably the best D tackle in the game today. You don't block this dude one-on-one. I don't care who you have as your guard. As soon as he sees that, he's like, oh, I got to get rid of this ball. So he's throwing to a spot, which he does a good job of, but it leaves it a little low and behind, so he has to kind of cradle it, which then leads to the incompletion. And it's just created off that little bit of pressure. That's not even a blitz pressure. That's just what the Chiefs can do because they have such a game wrecker in Chris Jones. Great job. All right. So once again, you're going to see it, right? They got 4 down linemen, and then they got guys hovering around the line of scrimmage. They got guys hovering. They don't know who's coming, who's not. That's the whole point. So you know it's not man because this guy's coming, nobody's coming with him. So it's a zone of some sort. You got guys making checks, snaps the ball, and it's a heavy. I mean, look at that heavy blitz.
Nobody picked him up.
Yeah, and Josh Allen does a great job. Like, that's a phenomenal play by Josh Allen to be able to. Let's watch the end zone view of this. I mean, that is a phenomenal play by Josh Allen being able to get this off because they do not, like, they're communicating, right? They're doing all this communicating up here, talking, and the defense hasn't fooled. The offensive line gets it wrong because watch, right? They're making checks, they're doing their thing, and they get it wrong. They just straight up whiffed. They didn't know who was coming. They didn't know who was. Karlaftis drops again, gets hands on Shakir again, disrupts the route timing, and then now you got to get away from a free blitzer, which Josh Allen, Superman, does, gets the ball out, and then wrapped up. It's just incredible. I mean, that's a great job by Nick Bolton coming off that and securing this tackle right here. Great job. He's a future Hall of Famer. I don't care what anybody says. Nick Bolton will be in the Hall of Fame one day. But just, yeah, great job by Spags, just dialing up the blitz and getting it right. Fooling the defense. All right, let's see here. See how they do it this time. Now they got 4 down linemen. They don't have anybody hovering. They're just going to try to get pressure with 4. And they do. Look right there.
They still do.
They just get pressure with 4. Getting pressure on the quarterback, that's what Kansas City does well. They stop the run and they get pressure. 2 things they have to do against Philly to win in the Super Bowl. And that's a great job by Josh Allen. That is a big boy throw. Like when scouts go to the NFL Combine, they love watching these kind of throws because they like seeing the zip, the accuracy, the placement, the footwork, all that, because you have to be able to do this in your sleep to win at this level. Like, Josh Allen didn't win this game, and that was perfect. He did everything perfect there. Now, I'm not saying this play decided the game. I'm just saying, like, you know, we got 43 seconds left in the half, 2nd and 7. You got to keep pushing the ball down the field. They do a pretty good job. And then, once again, blocking Chris Jones one-on-one. You can't do it. It will never work. And he's got a hand on, right? Josh Allen's got the ball out, but he was creating pressure. He's moving the pocket, right? He's moving the pocket into Josh Allen's lap and just doesn't get there in time. Kansas City's really good at that. Buffalo's really good. Buffalo's a great football team. Kansas City's defense is just amazing. They really are. All right, let's see what they do here. So they kind of split this running back out wide for the potential bubble screen block for the probably pull a guard, block. But you have, if you're the offense now, Josh Allen has got to get this ball out very quickly. Okay? There, you would imagine he would want to get this ball out very quickly. We are at 35 seconds left in the half, right? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 protectors, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for sure coming, potentially 6, 7, 8 guys. These guys aren't coming, but any of these guys could come, and this guy could drop out, and this guy could come. So it's just, with no running back in the backfield, it makes it hard. There's nobody. You have to win your rep if you're a lineman. You can't whiff. And what does one of the guys do? I mean, you got somebody not even being blocked here because there's a quarterback spy, so he's going to find work, right? As a lineman, nobody comes. Okay, who can I help, right? Which is a good job. But he lost his one-on-one right here, which created pressure, which moves the pocket and forces Allen out. Now look, boom. Right there. Josh Allen's got to be Superman, throws the ball away. And that's all because on this play, Spagnuolo draws up an amazing blitz that fools the defense, right? And one guy wins. That's all it takes, right? So let's say, I'm going to pause it here. Right here, okay? This guy drops, okay? So he had him initially. If he hadn't have been here, then they would have been able to double team this guy, and this guy doesn't win, and then the pressure doesn't get there as quickly. But because now Josh Allen sees these two pinching and this guy coming up the middle, he's like, oh, I got to get out of here. More pressure. It's that easy. I think we only have one or two more plays. Yeah, we only have 2 more plays after this one. So, and then we have the Saquon part. My favorite. I love Saquon Barkley. So he's making a check here, rotating because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys coming. And you don't want to have a 5-0. You want to be able to double team at least Chris Jones. Because you don't want to block Chris Jones one-on-one. I'll say it a million times, Philadelphia. Don't let this man go one-on-one. He will wreck your game. So he watches. Nobody comes. So he floats out. Sits right here. And then it's man coverage. Kansas City does a good job. Sticky coverage. Josh Allen gets a win. That's a win. And just a phenomenal catch.
Yep.
You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz, right? You got to play man coverage behind the blitz, you'll lose. It's the same thing if you're Buffalo and you lose on the line, you're screwed. Kansas City, if you lose on the back end, you're screwed. This is where it can be vulnerable. These are the things they got to be good at. And they get the flag because he was draped all over him. I mean, what a fantastic touchdown catch by Hollins there. I just want to watch it one more time. It was just that good. And they just didn't get pressure that time. Right? Just didn't get pressure. Josh Allen finds the hole in the defense. Boom. Touchdown.
We'll say one thing that I'm noticing, like whenever we're comparing Chiefs to the Eagles, and like for the Bills as well. I think that the Chiefs make it look kind of easy for the Bills because the Bills don't bring in a lot of like big packages, like big package formations, you know?
Yep.
Like the Eagles do. So I feel like that's going to be something to definitely keep an eye on because there's tons of plays where the Eagles have like 2 tight ends, 3 tight ends even.
Yeah, for sure.
And whenever you see stuff like that, it's going to make it a lot easier to pick up these blitzes. So that's something
that like when you watch Kansas City against the Detroit Lions, the Lions have beat Kansas City with that very simple strategy of like we're going to overload the beef on the field and we're going to run the football down your throat. And Kansas City does a really good job of making them earn it. But when you do it 35 times a game and you're getting 3.5 yards a carry, that's still a first down every 4 plays, and we know how Detroit loves to go for it. I don't think Philadelphia is that ballsy, but it's a great matchup nonetheless. All right, got a couple more plays here.
From the Bills, I don't see them bringing in a lot of big package formations.
They don't because Josh Allen's the guy, right? Like Josh Allen's the who they want their offense to run through.
Yep.
Like James Cook was averaging, I think, like 7 yards a clip, 8 yards a clip in this game. He didn't touch the ball on the final drive. Like, I think that was a huge mistake by Buffalo. Use your playmakers. James Cook is an absolute weapon. Use him. But anyways, so they're communicating here. They're trying to get their alignments right of who's going to block. So they probably have him here, him here, him here, him here, and him here. So you got this guy coming across. See if it's man. It's not man. So now, big blitz, big blitz.
Yep.
Spag
Big
sends
blitz.
it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you got to have all 5. And you got man here, man here, man here with cover 3 over the back end, or him watching him with a rotate and a rotate. So half and half. We'll see what happens with the back end, but man up front. Oh no, they played man here. So let's see. They won right here. One guy wins. They just need one to win. And it forces an errant throw, an early throw, which a Kansas City guy's able to get up in the face of, knock it down.
And the guy that came through had alignment on him, and Cook even came in and chipped him a little bit, and he still made it through.
That's the beauty of the blitz is if one guy wins, you win. You're sending, if you're rolling dice, right? The more dice you have to hit a certain.
Oh wait, no, he didn't even pick him up.
Yeah, so look, he just comes he just messes up. So this is what I'm talking about. So like whenever they're setting this up, they're communicating, right? Like they're communicating. He's pointing over here. He tells him you have him. The center literally points right to the D tackle and says, you have him. So what's he do? He looks right at him. He looks at him. That leaves this guy as a free blitzer for the running back to pick up. Like, that's the play design, right? But you're leaving a running back to pick up the blitz, and it doesn't work. And which allows a cluttered mess right here that Josh Allen now has to throw through with pressure, and it leads to an errant low throw, which gets knocked down. And it's great. It's phenomenal defensive play calling, and it's phenomenal effort by these guys, right? These guys are playing championship defense. This is what it takes to win a Super Bowl, okay? And so what they're doing here is Josh Allen comes up here and he's communicating, right? At the beginning, they're calling ISO, and then they're double teaming over here. So they're assuming, because on this side with Karlaftis, right, we saw earlier where they chip Shakir with the D end, right? So they're assuming that's what he's going to do again. So watch. Boom. He actually ends up coming, and he's like, oh, God, he didn't chip. So now we have a one-on-one with a 1 and a 1. That leaves an extra. So they knew, right? They knew. So they said, keep James Cook in to protect Josh Allen. James Cook whiffs. It's hard as a running back to have to try to block a blitzing linebacker unblocked. It's hard. It's not easy. Not many guys are really good at it. There's just people who are kind of okay at it, and you leave them in there all the time. Or people who are willing to literally throw their bodies at other men. It's not an easy job. And then Bolton, shocker, gets his hand on the ball, knocks it out of the air. Great job. I think this is the last play. Yeah, last play here. And then we'll move on to Saquon Barkley. All right, here. I don't like that. It's not one to. There we go. All right, so they're going to bring the motion, right? Is this the final play?
This is the final play.
This is the final play. So here it is. I didn't even know this was on the docket. I kind of just set this up. This is awesome. All right, so this is the play everybody's been talking about, right? Everybody's been talking about it. You got Spags in his bag with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, and nobody in the backfield. So that means you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys blocking 6. So right then and there, Josh Allen needs to know in his head, this ball needs to come out immediately. This ball needs to come out as soon as I catch it, right? Because somebody could be coming unblitzed. Even if the odds aren't high that they're sending all 6 dudes, somebody might, or they might send all 6 dudes. So I have to account for that possibility. So he fakes this guy coming in, which they do this a lot. I've seen a lot of plays where they do this and they bring him back out, which is what they do. And Josh Allen, to try to fool this guy, right? Because Shakir's now coming over, and that was his man. See, he went with Shakir and he goes, oh no, Shakir's coming this way. Josh Allen turns to his right to fake him out and to get him held in this spot for just a half second longer, because we've seen all it takes is a half second to make or break a play. And then he was planning on turning back around to then throw to here, and then Shakir I mean, he has to get to here for the first down. This guy's looking at him. He's not going to notice Shakir, and he's going to have to peel back around and then try to get the tackle. And Shakir will have caught it here, and he'll have one man to beat right there, first down. It's a no-brainer. Easy peasy. And instead, what happens? Two dudes get home. Let's watch the other view of this. Oh, this is my favorite. Let's go. Love this view. All right, here we go. Right here. Here it is. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 5. This is a problem. Like, Josh Allen has to either call a timeout, or they have to change the play, or something has to happen different here, because you cannot have a 5-on-6, especially on the last play of the game. Or the ball just needs to come out right. Like, he just needs to just toss it over to Shakir right now. Don't try to run away. Don't try to make this crazy play, which he does so well. The fact that he even gets away from this pressure is insane to me. I mean, this is Superman at his best. He sees this guy. He's like, oh, shit. I don't have time to turn and throw to Shakir. Shakir's not going to be in the spot I need him to be to throw it to, so I have to go make a play. All right, going to make a play. Oh, shit, he loses contain. I got to get upfield. Oh, there's Kincaid. Like, he's just looking downfield, and he's like, okay, I know Kincaid should be right about here. I see him right there. Throw it up, and then Kincaid has to try to stop himself, and he slips right there and has to jump back across the field, and he gets his hands on it. Amazing he even got his hands on it, and it goes through. I mean, it looks slower than it is. It is, because right... I'll pause it right when it happens. Right here is when Kincaid has to start slowing down. The ball's already halfway there. He has to start slowing down, and he sees it. He's like, okay, I got to dive back this way. And he gets his hands there, which is amazing. But his eyes are up here because he just had to dive for it. He didn't know where it was going to be. He just had to lunge for it. Ball goes through his arms. Chiefs win. But it would have all been better if Josh Allen had not taken the risk of a 5-on-6. And they don't even send all 6, but they overload one side. They get a 3-on-2 on one side. And I don't even know who this Bills number 64 is. 64, Osiris.
Same guy that missed the blitz
Osiris
that we were talking about.
I just wanted to get his name right. Osiris Torrance. And he points, I'm taking him. And then this guy shades over, leaves this guy as a free blitzer. They had a 3-on-2 over here with an unpicked up man, so he was coming free anyways. He wins. He's coming free. He does a good job keeping outside contain, and now you have a 3-on-1 for Josh Allen. Like, this is all easily avoidable if you bring Shakir in to stand right. Let's do it on this view. So Josh Allen calls him over, and he takes time. And instead of just taking the snap, he waves Shakir over and tells him, stay right here, right? And then Shakir's here. Boom. And then you're hitting this guy right here who probably doesn't get the first down, but you at least have a chance at getting the first down. Or this guy here who may have a chance, right? This guy isn't here now, but it's just, he just didn't have the time. You needed somebody in the backfield before that play started. You needed somebody back here. You needed somebody right here to take this. I don't know if it's a tight end. I don't know if it's running back. I don't know who it is, who you want. But if you're Josh Allen, you got to call an audible. You got to do something. But, all right, that was the Josh Allen portion of the show. Let's move on over here to the Saquon part of the show. We have a few Saquon Barkley runs that I would like to go over. And these are the kind of things Saquon needs to do to win the Super Bowl. So Jalen Hurts changes the play. Saquon gets the play call. He's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. They send motion. They see it's man coverage. So that when they see it's man coverage, that tells the lineman, okay, we're going boom, 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 boom. Probably taking the center either to this guy's right shoulder and then up. And then Dallas Goedert probably trying to get contain on the edge here. Little toss sweep. And look at that. I mean, Spoon, you think you could run through that hole?
Yeah. 100%.
I mean, Saquon Barkley could run through a hole that size.
I could drive my car through that hole.
Yeah, seriously.
So
So you give this to Saquon. I remember seeing this play in real time. I threw my arms up. Touchdown. Threw my arms up. I was at the gym working out, and I was watching this game in the gym. And then I saw this guy. I was like, oh, maybe not. And then Saquon goes, okay. And then busted. I mean, that might be my favorite Saquon run of the whole season right there. And I'm no Eagles fan, I promise you. No Eagles fan, but that was amazing to watch. I mean, this is just this is shades of Sean Alexander right here. Just gets a massive hole, and then I'm going to win downfield. Nope, you're not taking me down with arm tackles. You gotta hit me. Pretty.
Yep.
It's stuff like that, right? It's the combination of having an elite run blocking scheme along with an elite running back. All right, Saquon again. Send in motion. Zone coverage. So they run a little inside zone here. Look at that hole.
Just follow your lineman.
Yeah, look at this hole. This hole's not very big, but Saquon gets through it because that's all the space he needs. That's all he needs. That little, and then he's just gonna keep going. Would I have liked him to probably, stay bounce outside again? Let's see. Let's see the top down view here. Let's see what this does. He squeezes through that tiny hole, and then no, this guy has outside contain right here, so that's why he cuts inside, and then Smith just gets beat. I mean, that dude's 100. That I weigh more than Devonta Smith, so I don't necessarily blame him for not doing so great in the run block game. That's not necessarily his fault.
Look at this package they got there.
Yeah, this package is you got 2 tight ends. I wonder what they're doing here.
Yeah.
If I'm Washington, which they're accounting for the run right here. Look at this. This is not a light pack. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, technically, this is the box right here. This is the box, right? So this guy's technically outside of it, but he's even kind of cheating inside a little bit. So they have almost 10 dudes in the box here to stop this run play. And watch what happens. And, the Eagles are up 34-23, so it's not like they're going to be passing the ball anytime soon. This is 2nd and 1. It's not like we're going to be throwing the ball down the field. What happens? Saquon, who probably should have went here. Patient. Guy gets too far upfield. Saquon off to the races. Gets tackled at the 1. I mean, this even on the plays where they don't win outright with the offensive line, and the box has 9 dudes in it, 8 dudes down low. This guy cheats. Look at that. Look at number 4. Number 4 is Frankie Louvu, the guy who was jumping over the line for half the game at the end. He cheats. Look at him. He gets a good running start at this to try to block it, and he gets pushed upfield.
Yep.
And Saquon sees this all Saquon needs is that little lane right there to get out into space. And it is so hard to tackle him in space. Look at that. Boom. He's going to squeeze. I mean, look at that. You would think, on what planet do you think Saquon Barkley runs to right? If I paused it here and you hadn't have seen that, does Saquon make it to here? Or does he try to go here? I mean, 9 out of 10 guys try to get here, and then they get cut off by... I mean, the safety's already running that. He thinks, no way Saquon's coming through here, right? So when he does, then he has to try to change his angle. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, he just zooms right through there. Breaking arm tackles left and right. Gets taken down at the 1. Crazy play. So that was the first 3 plays we got for Saquon. Pull up Saquon against Green Bay here. Okay. So here we go. Saquon in the backfield, pistol formation. What do you know? Duo. Little duo. and a pistol. That means you got a duo on the line of scrimmage together, those 2 tight ends. Alrighty. Zone coverage. Not that it really matters for Jalen Hurts, but this tells the line, what coverage they're playing, so they know their run responsibilities. Where do you think he's going, Spoon?
Oh, looks like he's going.
Do you have any ideas of where he might be running right now? I mean, look at that, dude. They do a great job of That's just tight ends, dude. That's a D end and a linebacker on 2 tight ends. That's just 2 tight ends. That's nothing like crazy. That's not anything insane. And he has 1 guy in the hole. Then he bounces outside again. I mean, look at this. I mean, how do you stop this dude? I mean, we're going to find out the Chiefs are going to fucking pull some bullshit way to do it. But, like, how do you stop this guy? I mean, he is unbelievable at the running back position. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't hit. Like, he hits this hole. Good job on Green Bay. They play this well, right? Like, they got contained here. He wins to the inside, kind of. He's in the hole ready to fill it. He loses, but 3 out of the 4 guys have either a chance or win their block. And Saquon just steps on the brake. Just stops. Full running start, stop. Okay, I'm going to go this way now. And just going to hug the line here. Just going to run across everybody's butts. Not get tackled by arm tackles. Spin off of them. And then just keep legs churning. Jesus, man. I'm so sorry that you have to go through this for the next 4 years of your life, Spoon.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. This sucks. I hate this for you. Let's see what they do here. All right. Pulling guard. Pulling guard.
He's trying to get 2 lead blockers out there for him.
Yep. Boom. 1. Makes a man miss. Cuts it back inside. Cuts it back inside. Oh, my God. He gets tackled there. But, like, that's so you have... Hold on. Didn't go back far enough. How many guys are going to have a chance to tackle Saquon on this play? So you got 1 there. Outran him. You're getting 1 fake out here. 2 more dudes miss again here because they over pursued up the field. So the 5th dude to touch him finally gets him. I mean, if you're going to have a running back that can make 5 dudes miss every play, I want to watch that from the other angle real quick. I mean, just boom right here. And let's be real. I mean, we are looking at runs of 10 yards or more, but this is what Philly needs to do to win the Super Bowl, right? That's what we're looking at here. We're not looking at everything. We're not looking at the negatives. He's not perfect on every play. Saquon isn't. The run blocking isn't perfect on every play. But these are the kinds of things they need to do to win the Super Bowl. Like right here, I mean, you show me this picture, and I'm like, wow, Green Bay did a great job winning this rep, right? They don't get pushed off the line. They got penetration. They got hold. I mean, he's fighting upfield. Yeah, they got lead blockers, but he's got his eyes in the backfield. He's got eyes on. He's trailing backside, so they can't get upfield. Right here, I mean, good job getting heads up. I mean, these guys are in great position, right? These linemen are in great position, but so are these guys, right? He's on his outside shoulder. He's not in such good position, and then the cluster got left behind. Win. That's kind of dumb move by him right there. Let's watch that back. I don't know what he's thinking right there. He kind of hits into the back here. I don't know if they get pushed back into him. So Saquon's allowed to just get upfield. Sees him coming. Saquon steps on the brake pedal. Look at that. 4 dudes. If Quay Walker doesn't make that tackle, Saquon's gone. I don't care what you say. He had 3 blockers over here on 2 defenders. Saquon's gone on that play if he doesn't get it. All right, last play we're going to look at here. So, a minute left in the game, up 22-10. There's nothing else that the Philadelphia Eagles would ever think of doing other than running this football. Nothing else they would ever do other than run this football. I mean, I don't know why they aren't here here, and here with these guys pinching, just getting ready for the run.
Yeah.
2nd and 6. Potential to throw. I mean, walk off the field after this play if we pick up a first down. Saquon busted. I mean, he's just like, all right, cool. I don't even need to run. I mean, that's a touchdown, right? That's an extra 55 yards he could have had.
Yeah, should have.
I mean, who's catching him?
Been.
Who's catching him here?
No one. He's gone.
Yeah, 60. He gave up 60 free yards. I want to watch it from the other angle before we end the show here. My God, here. And they're running it to the weak side. That's even crazier. They're running a weak side on this play. Green Bay knows they are running the football. And Philly goes to the weak side of the field. Oh, no, okay. Goddard came in. Okay, so.
Yeah, Goddard came back.
Okay, cool. All right, still. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So still, weak side. This is the disadvantaged side of the field for them. 4, 5. They should, in all intents and purposes, run the ball this way. And they sit here. Hurts takes the snap. They flow, right? They do a good job. They flow. Saquon gets the ball. Patient behind his blocker. His blocker sets the hole. I mean, goddamn. I mean, 45 just gets eaten up right here. He over pursues upfield really hard right there. Who's 45 for the Packers? Eric Wilson. Eric Wilson over pursues. Old Viking, actually, Eric Wilson. Over pursues upfield. He sees that hole. It's a fake out. It's not even the right hole. That's what she said. He sees that. But he should know, based off Goddard blocking down, they're not trying to hit this because they're pushing him into this. He should know they're trying to get out here. And they get out there. He stops moving his feet. Gets destroyed, essentially. And then, I mean, Saquon can just... I mean, anytime you can just take a slide to end the game at the 40... Wow. All right. That's all we got for the film.
Cool.
Spoon, you got any thoughts?
Nope. It's going to be a great game. That's all I know.
It's going to be a great game. Make sure to tune in next week, or if you're watching this in the future, make sure to go to the channel and check out the next part 2 to this. We're going to be looking at the inverse of this. We're going to be looking at Casey's offense, Philly's defense, what they do well, what they don't do well. So we're going to look at all of that, go over all of it, in a short, condensed way like we did with this, 6 to 8 plays of each. And we'll see y'all next time.
See ya.